There is a singer that's there's a particular song they say Orekodo. The destruction continues with the party, and I think the pace that they are going, they will very soon dig or get to an oil levels. They will discover oil very soon with the rate at which they are moving. First of all, this whole petition and then utterances by Wontumi and Abronye has to be put in the right perspective. The statement made by Abronye that he has the capacity, he has the authority, he has the wherewithal to be able to put people into albums. The statement made by Wontumi that, yes, those that are in the album were put purposely there to favor a particular candidate here, Dr. Bawumia, is practically the truth. If you have been involved in NPP politics and if you know whatever happens there, the regional chairman has a lot of influence. They control most of the constituency executives. And so it is very easy that instead of going to organize a polling station elections, put their cronies in the various polling stations so that when it is time for them to go and vote or elect a parliamentary candidate, these same delegates will go and vote for them. And when it's time for, as it were, presidential flag bearership elections, the same delegates will go and vote for these aspirants, including themselves. Remember, they will also be going for or seeking re-election. So it's a factual statement, and I don't see why or how anybody, including Kodia himself, could challenge this very position. So they spoke the truth, except that the truth rather puts the party in a very bad shape, and that is why there seems to be back and forth with it. Again, remember when Wontumi and Abronye made these statements, the Canada-Japan side of the divide called for the two of them to be hauled before the disciplinary committee. Is that the case?
Yes.
This petition that Kodia has sent, is Wontumi included in it?
No.
It's only Abronye. And Abronye has been hauled to the disciplinary committee only because in subsequent videos, he made mention of Kodia, that he was sitting on a certain report that should be used to expel Canada-Japan from the party. And in fact, that is the strategy of the party moving forward. Remember what Adenimo had said before withdrawing from the race, that this whole process was skewed and schemed in favor of a particular candidate. And that he, Adenimo, having known where he started his school from Navasco in the northern region, and how he struggled to do engineering and made money, would never go and invest 4.6 million Chopapo Ghana cedis into this whole enterprise. Because he can't pay it. Are you with me? Then he left out. What is playing out? Is it not the same thing that Adenimo, the reason Adenimo left, that is being echoed by Abronye and Wontumi? That in fact they have schemed and skewed everything in favor of Dr. Bawumia. So when Abronye made mention of Justin Kodia, remember Justin Kodia will be seeking a re-election as a general secretary, and knows that if this matter is not handled very well, it will be used against him when he decides to contest. So let me quickly go to the National Council or refer the matter to the National Council or the Disciplinary Committee for an action to be taken. Nothing is going to come out just live so that he can expose the Antichrist. Remember, we have been treated to sinners, 10 sins, 5 sins, 13 sins here and there. Now they have moved a lot further. Abronye has moved that in a lot further to bring in Antichrist. How can you refer or describe a party member, a fellow party member, who has the potential of leading your party, and you, Abronye, you are a member of the National Executive Committee as well as a member of the National Council as an Antichrist? So in the event, in an unlikely event that Kennedy wins, how then you come back and convince the entire Ghanaian that Kennedy is not an Antichrist? You see how people talk about that and then give advantage to our party. By the way, our party very soon will be at play. So it is nothing to write home about. The truth of the matter is that the current situation of the NPP is that it's a party that has only 87 members of parliament. It's a party that won elections in only 3 regions of this country. It's a party that lost heavily in Greater Accra, lost heavily in the Volta region, lost heavily in Western North, and most parts of this country. So if you're a party with this record, what the least you could do is to start the rebuilding from the scratch. That seems not to be the case. It is now all about me. And yesterday I was listening to the General Secretary. He said something, that individual interest has taken over the collective interest, that nobody now is thinking about their party called the New Patriotic Party. And that is what is worrying the party. So clearly, Abronye is able to do this because he knows that the establishment favors him, that he knows that nobody can say anything. But this petition is also a trap to Kennedy Japan. If he does not take care, they will use it to expel him. Because Abronye will then deviate from the very petition that concerns him and move into an arena that will just to bastardize Kennedy Japan. And after that, the party will stand on it and then, as it were, expel him from the party. He should not take it lightly. That is what can happen. And in all these, Abronye claims to be speaking for Mahmoud Bawumia. Abronye claims he's a vital or a pivotal member of the Bawumia campaign. Have you heard the former vice president make any statement to that effect? When Abronye took Duncan Williams, the Archbishop, the Papa, to the cleanest, did you hear the former flag bearer or the former vice president make a single statement? I mean, beyond this internal rhetoric, internal bickering, one of the challenges that will face Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's campaign, I know everything has been schemed for him to win, is how he would deal with the issue of the Papa, Duncan Williams. How he sat down, how he could not utter a single word in the open, how he could not even come to the aid or the defense of Archbishop Duncan Williams when one of his own took him to the cleanest. Okay. So that is what is at play now. Now, this thing, they tried it somewhere in 2007. They wanted to expel Alan using the same procedure. Can you imagine when Alan Chairman went to a vetting committee in 2007? First time I'm telling the world that Mr. Peter Alajete looked straight into Alan's face and asked him, Mr. Alan Chairman, are you a member of the NPP? At the vetting committee, can you imagine, Kabli? Because the system has been set up in such a way that they were going to expel him. When they see that the competition is becoming tough, they have to find other ways and means to get you out. So for me, this is a party that is struggling. They need something extraordinary to turn around things. But from where I sit, there seem to be no leaders or elders who are ready to put their foot down and say, enough is enough. Let's stop what we are doing. We are destroying the political party to beyond repairs. It will collapse eventually, but the way and manner they are moving fast, that is what some of us are concerned. That don't move faster than the anticipated timelines. We know you will collapse, but we have a timeline that you will do so. But do not bring it forward. Because when you collapse before our party's establishment, it becomes a problem.
Okay.